Hey everyone, it's Cheryl from Teaching 2 and 3-year-olds. Our next theme is community helpers, and it's not going to even be 2 weeks long because we've tapped into some of the community helpers, especially with the post office, during our Valentine theme. So we're just extending, adding a little bit more and removing Valentines for the next week and a half. So let me take you around and show you how our classroom is set up. On our light table, we have our translucent Duplos. And then in our dramatic play area, we have our kitchen with our chefs and bakers. And then we have a construction theme happening on in this part of our dramatic play because, as I've noted in our previous videos, we have had some construction going on across the street. They actually removed the house, and so we watched a lot going on over there. So the children are very into construction. So they're going to be so excited to see construction set up over here. And then in the block area, we have our fire station and our fire outfits, hats. And then on our dress-up cart, we have some community helpers play vests and hats. And then in our sensory bin, we have community helpers and kinetic sand. And then in our writing area, we have our When I Grow Up sheets, and these are from our Toddler community helpers activity plans. And I'll put the links to that in the video's description. So I will go ahead and open up the classroom door so the children come in and you can see how they are interacting with the materials. Make sure to go to the end of this video where I show you some of the printables that we will be using as well. All right, so we are painting a fireplane in a baggie using shaving cream and red watercolor and yellow watercolor, and we're making flames. This is a free printable that's on the website. I'll drop a link in the video's description, and this is also part of our Toddler Community Helpers packet, activity packet. So once everything is sealed in the bag, then they can roll. They can use their hands, or they can use rollers or rolling pins. Just keep looking at the colors that are in that picture.
We gotta go pout some fire.
I saw her.
And then we also have flames at the easel, and we're using Duplos. I had the Duplo bricks out, but then they really like to roll things, so I also added some little Duplo cars. We are having fun in our police uniforms and our firefighter uniforms.
The fire's out. Please out with
We have little firefighters that are in the Play-Doh table. Having fun with construction in the dramatic play area.
Does it look like pizza?
And we're using our design and drill toy. I'll link this up in the video's description. This is a lot of fun, and we've had this for well over 10 years. And you can use the battery-powered drill, or they also have manual tools that they can use as well, which is really good for fine motor. We also brought out all of our phones because they noticed in the firefighter books that they had walkie-talkies, so we're using our phones like walkie-talkies. And these are old flip phones that have been donated through the years. Kinetic sand, hands down, is a very, very favorite with this age group, and I like it better than regular sand because it sticks and they can mold it more, and it is a little less messy, although I'm not opposed to mitts, but, well, maybe I shouldn't say that. Let's check the floor. No, actually, it really is pretty good about this. They're keeping it in there. Another thing I want to mention again, because somebody sent me an email, and I know I addressed this a couple of months ago, but I'll do it again. They wanted to know how I handle sensory bins with 2-year-olds. And just a reminder that the class that you're watching, these children this year, the majority of them are still 2. We have just 3 3-year-olds. The rest are still 2. And so we have to work hard at keeping things inside bins. And so from the very start, we've worked at keeping the materials inside the bin. I stayed close. When I saw that things started to get dumped, I showed them how to hold it over the tray, and we just worked on this over and over again. If it's an accident, then they can help sweep. They don't get a lot in when they sweep, but it's just the point of working on cleaning up messes. And if it's deliberate, then that child loses the chance to be able to be in the sensory bin for the rest of the morning if I see it's deliberate. If it involves a few children, then the bin gets closed for everyone. And this has really, really worked. We're now over halfway through the school year, and we do get spills, but I have not seen deliberate dumping in quite a while. Okay, here's an example. So she's holding, she's holding it, she was holding that outside of the bin, not doing it on purpose, but she was looking elsewhere. And so this is where I just kind of bring them back and show them how to, once again, hold it over the tray. Accidents happen. It's that I'm not worried about the accidents. What I'm mostly looking at is deliberate throwing of materials. Another tip I have is don't put a whole lot in at first. I keep our sensory bins very, very shallow at the beginning of the year. We are adding a little bit more now, but it's still not that much. At the writing table we have our When I Grow Up color pages, and these are from our Toddler activity plans packet. So if you happen to have that packet, you can pull these out. And I'll drop a link to this in the video's description, this packet. I'm using quite a bit from this packet. Yep, we gotta start cleaning up now. Let's get out our baskets and start cleaning. Yeah, we're hanging up their dress-up clothes. Let's put them up here. It's cleanup time. Let's take our jackets off, please. Hang them on the hooks. Oh, thank you for putting the... Yep. Oh, thank you for putting the basket over here. Baskets are our favorite when it comes to putting things away. Putting things in baskets. Put it all on the shelf. Oh, thank you. Up on the shelf. Let's clean it. I need you to sit down until it's your turn, please. Thank you.
If Mom opens my refrigerator for me. But I did that part. That's it.
song called Hurry, Hurry, Drive the Fire Truck.
Hi. Wonder why he's not in his floor.
Time to go home, outside and then home. So that's how we have our classroom set up for a short Community Helpers theme. Make sure to subscribe to Teaching 2 and 3-year-olds on YouTube and click that bell icon so that every time I publish a new video, you'll be notified. Thanks for watching. I have a couple of vehicles from our transportation packet that I pulled out that work well for the Community Helpers theme. The first one is the fire truck. This is a strip puzzle. For our younger children, I have 2 copies, and so I kept one intact. I cut the other apart, and then they can just match it up by number, and they can see that they're making a fire truck. And for older children, you would just push that away, the bottom copy, and then they would just simply put the strips together in numerical order to make the fire truck. I also pulled the school bus out, and again, the same thing. Younger children, you have the 2 copies, and older children, you can just use the separate pieces. Also from our transportation packet, I took the fire truck from the vehicle props and I made a nest so that each child has one of these fire trucks to hold. Like I do with all of my props, I taped them, laminated them, and taped them on jumbo craft sticks. And then each of the children are going to hold this while we sing the song, Hurry, Hurry, Drive the Fire Truck. In our Toddler Community Helpers activity plans, we have these people matching cards, and so you just take the top and the bottom and you match them together. And if you happen to have the preschool Community Helpers activities plans packet, there is a similar activity in that one as well. Also part of our Toddler Community Helpers activity plans packet is a collection of lyrics to some favorite songs, such as The Wheels on the Bus, A Tisket a Tasket, and The More We Get Together. And then in our preschool Community Helpers activity plans, we have these counting cards, and they go up to 10, and then I have some pom-poms here. Now this will be more probably for our 3 and 4-year-olds and even our 4 and 5-year-olds. And I have these pom-poms, and then they can just put how many pom-poms are on each vehicle or on each person. For example, just like this, and they just go all the way to 10. And then what you can also do, since they're I laminated them, is that you can take a dry erase marker and they can also trace the letters. This fire flame is a free printable that is on our website, and it's also part of the Toddler Community Helpers activity plans packet. One of the songs that we will be singing during circle time is The Wheels on the Bus. This is a freebie that's on my website, and again, I'll drop a link to this and all of the printables in this video's description. And it's also part of the Song and Rhymes Volume Number 1 packet that's on Teachers Pay Teachers. So I have all the props to all the motions in the song. Then what I do is I make enough copies of the bus so that the children can hold the bus while we sing the song, because as you know, I like for the children to have something to hold as well. So I have bus props for them to hold, and then I have all these props that I will use while we sing the song. We have these free community helper career cards that are on our website, and they are in English and in Spanish. And so what I like to do is I'm going to make 2 copies, and then the children can match them up. Make sure to check below in this video's description for links to these printables and more.